My Africa is revolutionary, mystical and spiritual. My name is WiseTwo. I'm a street artist from Nairobi, Kenya. With graffiti, street art, it's just a big game. It's trying to be relevant, but not just relevant for a specific time. It's to be relevant throughout the time, and that's the true test of an artist. I think my interest in art came from just being able to have that rebellious nature to it. Just trying to be different and create something that not everybody has that capacity to do so. I loved comic books, a lot of comic books, and it's super cool to see how a story would transition, but then I also wanted to create something more, not just on paper or on canvas. It was more on the street where I could engage with people, and that's what led me to being an artist. So my parents are both born in India, and they moved here when they were very, very young. So it's basically, they only know the Kenyan way of living. I mean, there is that connection to India, of course, because you need to know your roots. That gave a lot of influence to me as well, in terms of friends, in terms of ideology, in terms of a look in life. Sometimes there's an identity crisis, like, oh, am I Indian, am I Kenyan, what am I, you know? And it's always been a challenge from the beginning, but I never let that get to me. I paint, I am proud of where I'm coming from, and I just do that non-stop.
It's his background that inspires his multifaceted work, drawing on ancient patterns, hieroglyphs and texts.
Just recently I was in Mexico, and everywhere I went to paint a mural, they loved talking to me, they loved the concept. It reminded them of, oh, I think this looks like very Mayan, very Aztec, but I'm like, yes, it does, but then it also has elements of different parts of the world, from India, from Tibet, you know, so it allowed me to be able to talk to other people through the art. So I usually lay down a really rough sketch, have an idea of what goes where, have a rough tree or have a sun or a moon, stuff like that, and then be able to build on that on the wall. My work is usually based on layers, just not one layer, because I mean, even life is like that. It's everything is layered, you know, through experience and emotion. I'm at Ibis here in Westlands. I painted one of the largest murals in Eastern Central Africa. I think it will be about time we can check it out. Okay, so today we are here. We're going to shoot with the drone to get a different perspective of the mural, so you'll see the mural itself and you'll see the environment as well. Okay, it's Felix. He's my videographer, photographer. We do a lot of work. We've done a lot of work together. It's really, really essential for a street artist to have somebody who can document the process. And I think it's all about also how you look at a mural, its perspectives, its angles, its shots, its edits, all that kind of stuff. So it adds a lot of layering to the final piece. You know, you're part of that essence, that ambience itself that it's creating. The drone has perfect perspective. Well, it's my first time painting that large, so it was really, okay, I wouldn't say scary, but the adrenaline rush was there. So I would wake up early in the morning, excited, like, man, this is what I want to do all year round. Just get up on the lift and paint, make life very simple. And I think that pushed me to come here and paint, and knowing that I'm part of something big, not just in Kenya, but all of East and Central Africa, because it's one of the largest murals to date. I don't know any other murals painted as large as that, both sides of the building. So it kind of gives you that motivation. Then you kind of ignore all the fears. You know, we had the harnesses on, and sometimes the hydraulics would kick in, and then you feel the lift would move and shake, and you're like, okay, this is it, guys. One wrong step and you probably be, you know, but those are just fears that you get over them. And then by the end of the project, you realize that you want to have another project this big, but maybe 50 meters up. Okay, so now we will head to Jericho, where I'm going to finish off a mural and going to walk around and see most of the murals that have been painted there throughout the years. Let's go, guys. Yeah, so I painted this piece with my friend Monkey from Canada, really cool artist. This is all my friend from Canada, and this is all me. And then the background, we flip it. So he paints my side and I paint his side. So you kind of have that clash, that collaboration, that blending in and blending out kind of an idea. So yeah, that's the history. That's the thing with public space. You can't control that public space for a long time. What happens is you have that space for a few days and then tomorrow someone else takes it, so you can't really be that mad. That's that impermanent part of street art. But you come back and you paint it again. Life is good. So I've painted an African mask, which is my style, but I take it from different elements, ancient elements, of course, from Mesopotamia, from the Polynesian area, from Africa as well, from a lot of Indian tapestry, you know, and they have these really nice, intricate details. So I try and bring all of that into my work, so you can speak different volumes to different people. But it's just trying to connect people of different cultures together, meaning that this can be used there and you can identify with it. So it's just a basic piece. You have the tree over there. You can label it as the tree of life or whatever it may be according to your perception. So I just usually paint this everywhere I travel. That's my style of work. And it's allowed me to break a lot of barriers. Even here, people are like, wow, this tribal, this whole Aztec ancient feel to it kind of reminds me of this and this, which is nice because it creates a dialogue between me and people. It moves like that. It has its own life, its own persona. I think I want to paint everywhere, anywhere I get the opportunity. I'm not really looking at doing massive projects or, you know, I just want to be able to connect with people, to be in that space, to learn from them, to experience from them. So when I grow older and older and older, I have that experience I can share with people and say, hey, life is just not a bubble. There's so much beyond that.